Well. Look who we have back. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, I feel like we've had a recent truce.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to start with that.
What is that?
No, we never fell out. Listen,
I feel like we did, though, kind of.
We didn't.
Okay.
I listened to you guys a lot, and then I didn't like what I heard.
Clearly.
And I'm fragile.
Yeah. It's so crazy. It's so crazy because you listen a lot, so we're pretty tough on the Sea Rats, but we are so complimentary of you and adore you so much.
Thank you.
And I feel like every time you walk into this studio, there is beef, and I got to tell you, I'm kind of sick and tired of it.
I'm a bad omen.
But we're happy that everything's squashed. You were so great on the season. The season was so good. And we have a lot of questions from the fans,
yes.
obviously. But number one, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing really good.
Good.
I moved to LA just over a month ago now.
Just a foolish choice.
It's so foolish. Basically, something really exciting came up, and I had to be in LA the next day or the day after that to meet with some people. And I was in the UK, and I couldn't get there in 2 days. I was actually on a boat with my friends.
Okay.
It was stunning.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to talk about this because I had heard that he chartered a boat recently, and I can't even imagine the nightmare of having him on a...
Hold on. This is going to be very weird for you because now the worlds are getting like blurred. You should now be a charter guest, and then you have to pretend next season.
That would be lovely. That would be
that
divine.
you are waiting on filthy, yucky normies that are below your grade.
I love that.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so anyways, how's LA been? Have you had any fun homeless encounters so far?
A couple.
Yeah. They're scary, huh?
They're scary. I mean, I stay out of it.
Yeah.
I think my mum was so terrified of me even moving here in the first place that she was like, just don't go from house to car and car to house or restaurant to.
So you use a teleportation device,
basically.
Like
but
the
I've got
Walking Dead
secure. Like
out
I've got. I'm in like a gated situation.
Yeah.
I feel safe at night.
We were talking about how many guns Fraser owns before we started recording.
Not
listen,
many.
we don't need to get into LA politics, but we're happy that you're out here.
Thanks.
We're happy the beef is squashed. We have a lot of questions.
So many.
And let's get to them.
Well, I have a question. West Hollywood, that's Boys Town.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you live there leading a Bravo show?
Yeah.
You must just walk down Santa Monica Boulevard. Can you make it one block from not being stopped?
No, to be quite frank.
Is it cool?
No. It's okay. I spoke to my realtor, and when I found this place, the one thing I wanted was walking distance from Equinox, SoulCycle, and a Trader Joe's, because I didn't have a car as soon as I got here, and that's what fell onto my lap. So that's what I can do stealthily without being.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I didn't even know it was called Boys Town.
And how do you feel about Trader Joe's as an institution?
I actually. Unless they want to work with me.
Thank you. They don't sponsor anybody. They're stingy as fuck, so don't worry about it.
Then I really think it's totally overrated. I don't get it. I can't find anything I like, and everything's their branding, and I just want more variation.
Thank you. Yeah, Trader Joe's has such a cult following out here.
I don't get it.
And we've talked about it many times before. I've ranted about it, but it's for snacks. You go to get...
It's a snack shop for adults.
It's a snack shop for adults.
I'm not impressed with the snack selection.
Thank you. Yeah. Knew we were on the same page there.
What's your first culture shock from living in West Hollywood? Clearly, you've visited here. You've done all the interviews here. This is where it's based. But now living here, taking it in.
I can't say I've had any culture. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew I didn't necessarily want to be here. But going back to my original stories, I was supposed to be here. And then my team pulled me aside and said, what on earth are you doing in London at the moment? And the answer really was just SoulCycle and brunch. And it turns out you can do that in LA.
Yeah, you can.
And so now I'm here.
It's warmer.
It's warmer. And if and ever opportunities arise, then I'm going to be able to do them.
What do you eat for brunch in England?
Oh, no, we don't eat English food for brunch. We just brunch.
You don't eat English food for brunch?
What really is English food?
Beans.
Hot dogs and beans?
No.
Stereotype?
beans and bacon. And
Americans
tomatoes.
love to think that's what we eat.
So
Yeah, that's what you guys eat.
what
Just
Fraser's
eat
throwing down
beans.
is, I think Bravo has big plans for him.
Well,
And this is going to be fun to
he's-
see his career take off.
He's a talented kid. That's why. But listen, it was a great season of Below Deck. I mean, we just got done recapping the finale. Kind of a snooze fest. Anyways.
No, I kind of agree with you.
I thought it was a great season.
We genuinely don't think there should be any cast replacements. Now, there probably will be because there's a lot of turnover in the yacht industry, but I adored this cast so much. How was this third or fourth season of you as lead in Chief Stew?
It was absolutely categorically my favorite to film. It was my favorite crew, my favorite location we've done.
And we don't know where any of the shows are.
You don't need to. But just know that St. Bart's is the only place I'll accept in the Caribbean, and that's where I went to.
Oh,
so
okay,
I was pleased.
great.
It was the hardest I've ever worked in my entire career in yachting. I've never quite literally put this much of myself into it, which is great because none of it was shown on the show.
Yeah,
that was a question.
You had to, because,
At the end of the day, I don't think it's very interesting watching me work.
No.
Because everyone else is screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Everyone else is gossiping and bitching. And the work that I do is very alone. It's very laptop based. It's very on the phone 24/7.
Yeah.
It's doing lists. It's doing menus. It's provisioning. You forget that I provision every day of 6 weeks.
You're
It's not
talking
just
Anthony
one
off
big thing.
ledges every day. Can
Quite
I ask
literally,
you, do you ever
babysitting.
get envious of what the lowlings and the true sea rats get into? Like,
For sure.
you do.
For sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're living a different experience. This is like summer camp with a bit of work.
Right.
Although you did indulge this season.
Did I?
'Cause,
I made out with a
you
couple
made
of
out
people.
with
Kind
it.
of.
Oh, great. What is that? 30 seconds
Yeah.
of 6 weeks?
You don't get to rip it up like
But
the
it's
other
just not
sea rats.
interesting watching me.
All right, this is going to be a fun interview because we're going to dive into his love life. I want to know if he actually really dumped a boyfriend on television. Okay. Well,
That's funny. Sorry. Can I really quick? I have so many questions. You have questions. He's got to get to a fancy
No,
party.
honestly, let's please take our time because I was about to say I'm not here very often. I'm not, but I love this pod and I want to get
we
Thank you for
love
listening.
you too. Very entertaining. And I'll say why Fraser is going to be a huge success. You text him and he says, I'll be there. He comes. That we've had a lot of experiences with past cast people on this show, and that's not the.
man of my word.
We've been at each other's throats all day. Let's not talk about it.
Oh right, okay. Oh, well, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about sea rats.
Okay.
The worst, yeah.
Okay. So lots of questions came in from the fans. We don't want to
I
start
want to do
with
something different than because Fraser's such an interesting study on this show. I want to get out of the gate with like just clearing the room with like the big questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll get into the fan questions. So these
Got
are
it.
Patty questions.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. In the final episode, which we watched.
Yes.
Okay. You were sitting with Chef Anthony.
Yes.
Okay. You turned to him and you said, moving forward, I only want to work with you.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
I think
How did you do that with a straight face?
There we go. That's the first question.
You don't mean that at all.
Okay, listen to me. This is the honest truth. Nothing but the truth, okay? He's the one chef that does what I tell him to do.
Yeah.
Now,
And consequently we have success.
Yep.
Does he bitch and complain and moan and throw me under the bus? And
You and Anthony have a lovely
does he do? Of course.
relationship.
But he knows that I get it right.
I love your advice. Like your little suggestions are perfect.
Shut
I
up.
use this plate. Yes. Shut up.
Yeah. And listen, he's a tricky character. He's definitely shown me his true colors of his personality, which might not be compatible.
Are you talking about off the show or on?
Both.
Both.
I didn't know he had a single ill thought about me for the whole season, and then I watched it back, and I was like,
Really?
Yeah.
You had no
I had
idea.
No idea. Yeah, he was causing a stink, but I was like, oh, he's just attention seeking.
I think that's when the beef brewed a little bit with you in the podcast, because that season when you had Barbie and Anthony, that was a real test you were put in a bit of a vice
And
grip
Barbie
there.
did lie. Let's get on record.
Yeah.
She's still, by the way, Barbie, stay out of our socials. I don't need it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We don't need to get into Gaza on the fucking Below Deck podcast. Okay. So you recently, I saw you on a podcast with a beautiful lady from the UK, and she had mentioned that you had just recently chartered a boat. Mm-hmm. How do you, it's not enjoyable for you, is it? Because people are probably beneath your standard, and it's got to be exhausting.
I'm not that much of a butthole. Mm-hmm. I can still enjoy myself.
Okay.
Is it difficult in luxury hospitality to enjoy myself now?
Yeah.
To a degree, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had an amazing time.
Did you?
I had an incredible time.
How many days?
It was 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't fuck around with our 3 days.
Whoa.
And it was on the exceptionally beautiful sailing yacht, and our itinerary was Sardinia and Corsica, and it was phenomenal.
Hey, can I ask? Is it rude to ask him what the tip was?
No.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I think he was going to ask you how much you tipped him.
We tipped 20% of what our charge was.
I knew he was going to say that. So let's get to
the standard fee.
Let's get to the next question.
Hold on. I want to get to this because I have low self-esteem.
Yep.
And also I get very bored sitting around. If you let me, like, idle hands are the devil's playground. If I'm on a fucking charter, I'm going to drink all the booze.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you do all day for 10 days?
So, being quite the experienced yachter, I knew that was not going to be enjoyable. Sure, it's great to be hungover for 10 days, but you can do that somewhere
You
shitty.
can do that on land.
Shitty apartment,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, so we were wanting to do all the water sports available. We wanted to do all the traveling. We wanted to do all the snorkeling, all the really boring things that good people do.
A banana boat. There's just nothing like a banana boat.
Didn't even get to that. But we did all the fab stuff, and we traveled and saw all the beautiful towns.
And the good food.
Food was incredible.
Kindle?
Pardon?
You have a little Kindle with you?
A Kindle. It's
Who
not too
reads?
much surprise. No, everyone did apart from me.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
I don't even like a Kindle.
There's too much going on in my head to read.
10
right
days.
now.
I have to go to a different country and just walk around and see all these boring historical places.
And we did loads of that stuff.
Yeah.
It was an incredible experience. But I come from yachting. We did growing up. That's how I got into yachting.
By the way, there is a fan. They went deep on your TikTok. They want to know what was your schooling and all that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
All right. Let's.
But
Yeah.
It was a wonderful summer.
And by the way, it is so funny to look over and see Kaylin on the ones and twos just sipping Veuve Clicquot.
What a king.
King shit.
Okay, let's talk about your boyfriend.
Yes.
Any contact with him now?
I haven't spoken to him since the day that we broke up on the...
Well, you dumped him on TV.
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
I did do stuff on TV, but I didn't dump him on TV. I had enough in my... I had enough respect to not do that.
Okay. All right.
I'm in the wrong.
I knew it. I know. Okay. I knew you didn't do that on TV.
Oh, well, no, you just didn't see the conversation. I left the boat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's all very much true. I fucked it up. And that's that.
How'd
Was
you fuck
making
it
out
up?
with Damo?
I say we fucked it up. I made out with Damo when he clearly asked me not to make out with anyone.
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
Damo's straight. Damo's a buddy. He's like, that's still not going to work.
Now,
Well,
I
to
had
be
said on
fair-
our podcast,
Yeah.
I love to be able to explain that to my wife that it's not cheating when I make out with another person. Because
Wait, hold on. It's very different though. If I was to get with a gay guy, we'd be talking serious cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, getting with a girlfriend or getting with a
You're
straight
still
man?
sharing a tongue. No?
Well,
Well, listen, I think that you guys were
That's
a little
good
bit, you guys were a little bit doomed just because I don't know how you guys maintain relationships. I mean, we kind of laugh at the end of these seasons when the crew are talking about, having children and moving to New York.
yeah, I just saw that. I was
It's like,
right.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck are we talking about? This is so crazy. Anyways, more questions.
But yeah, long distance wasn't my thing. We were not in a good place. I had previously tried to break up because it wasn't working for me. We tried again. I went into the new season filming. lo and behold, it didn't quite work out.
So with filming, you have a lot of downtime, and then you go back to filming.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So are you comfortable with saying how you met this person?
Met this person in yachting. I actually I interviewed for his job that he was leaving, and that was how the connection was made.
Wow.
Interesting.
Does he have a six-pack?
Yeah,
of course he did.
He did actually.
All right, so I want to ask about So-So.
Okay.
I want to get into So-So. You've dealt with some unruly sea rats before.
Yeah.
Millie Illicit,
Alyssa.
Nicknames. Yeah, no, don't worry, I got these. Yeah.
Barbie, and now we have Circa du Soleil. How does she rank in difficulty? Because I could imagine that like you have to be very zen when dealing with her because there's just it's not going to change. And her kind of her self-assuredness was, I would imagine, very, very frustrating to deal with. How does she rank in the sea rat? That was perfectly worded. I got to say, it's really good hosting, really good question.
In the rankings of fuck ups, where did she sit?
Thank you.
I think there's definitely a perception that viewers have, and that what I have from what I experienced and what we all saw. I think she was the easiest out of all of them.
Really?
Because she's fun, right?
She is not least fun, but when you speak to her, when you have meetings and you do everything, she's genuinely trying to listen. She's genuinely trying to be there. Listen.
Trying being the operative word.
She was, I don't hire my stews. Let's just really remember that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking hire any one of these psychopaths.
No, you fun part of the show.
Yeah.
You have to deal with these.
Otherwise, it would be a really boring show.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody wants that.
So that, we all know that. I come on board, I see her 10 minutes in, I know exactly what I've got here. It's the worst that I've ever had. The worst I've ever had. And I go, right, I can either try and fight this.
Yeah.
I can either be, I could be really shit and just go, do you know what? You're gone. And just fire her.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious, by the way.
I know. And I thought about it and I was like, if people didn't like me before, they're not going to like me now. But I'm always going to get it wrong, and then I keep praying people hate me too. So whatever, it doesn't matter.
The
point is, I feel like I can do this job with my hands tied. I still love it, which is still quite insane. But I thought, this is a challenge, and there's something in her that every single person on this boat wants to be around, and so do our guests. There is something brilliant here. Let's try and tame this.
She's a total goofball.
She's insane.
She's a goofball.
You know,
She's brilliant.
We've heard in comedy rooms, like writers, like say you're writing for a sitcom, there's always a fuck up that never gets any jokes on the actual show, but people keep them around because they keep the energy up.
The room would not exist without them.
That's right.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. But again, personality hire. They are
personality.
Like Hayley de Sola Pinto was the worst stewardess I've ever had in my entire career.
Really?
No.
She seemed like she was working.
Oh, this is the thing. She was, but it doesn't make her good. Yeah. Solene was working. Yeah. Did it make her good at it?
Yeah, no. I remember you telling us.
We love Hayley. By the way, that's one of his best friends.
I remember you telling us that story about her bringing a duvet cover. I was just about to say,
I asked her for a tablecloth and she gave me a duvet cover.
Yeah. So wild.
But again, I wouldn't have been able to do that season without her, one. And two, I wouldn't have wanted to do the season we just did without Solene. And I think what we have to look at is how far she came, genuinely. I'm sorry, if I put anyone you guys know, including I know, into the job, the way we are pressured, time pressured, stressed, get them to learn how to do it in the hours we had to do.
Impossible.
It was incredible. But listen, she came very, very far. And the only times we see her really, really troublesome is at night with Rainbeau.
Right.
Okay.
When I'm not there.
Yeah.
When I cannot be there to keep her in check.
Yeah.
And when Rainbeau, in her very new experience, doesn't know how to
manage,
figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. There is not another time that girl is fireable offending.
Well, so can I ask, because I know that, Rainbeau, you speak very highly of Solene. I'm wondering if you'll speak less highly of Rainbeau. I hope that you can be empathetic towards her because of Fight Island. But she was very clearly kind of out of pocket with her early on. I'm not going to say all of this kind of like insecure managerial position. So do you think that Rainbeau was the main crux of all of that drama?
I can't quite comment on that. I don't necessarily think they like each other the first day they saw each other. Okay. I think there was something going on there.
We've seen that on this show. We saw that a couple seasons ago with, I believe, Toomey and
Natalia.
No.
Like
no. Right.
Oh yeah, Toomey and Natalia. Yeah.
From Go.
Well, and then there was that cowboy that was just racist. He didn't like black people, so he was going to punch that one guy. There was that guy, and his mother stole horses, or I think killed them. Crazy.
It was just a little lie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I see this inside and outside of work, as does everyone else. Two people meet for the first time. They don't like each other. They're both competing for the same attention or whatever, and it's not going to go well. Rainbeau was an incredible stewardess.
Yeah. She worked really hard, right? That's what we saw on the show. Good. Is that what you saw?
For sure.
Okay.
And like teaching her how to finite the things that she enjoyed. Like sometimes tables would be just absolutely nuts, and we'd pull stuff off together, and we'd spend hours, and she was so great. She listened to everything, and she was incredible. I couldn't have done the season without her. I just love her. I haven't got anything bad to say about her.
Well, she killed her sisters.
She killed both of her sisters on an island growing up. But that's not my problem. That's the past.
That's right.
But no, I do recognize the struggles she went through. But those struggles I quite literally did not see. And people think that I was watching every night. No, I didn't see shit. And Rainbeau never came to me and said, that was fucked.
She dropped so many dimes,
She texted me a couple times.
Yeah.
And I knew that Solene was an asshole.
Yeah.
But if I don't see something, guys, I can't
Fraser,
for it.
Does Rainbeau represent more of what someone in that position actually behaves like? They do their job all day, and then in the reality TV world, they put Soleil on her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I think also that, Rainbeau was working so hard. She's still relatively new in the industry, and because she's working so hard and getting so much done and seeing Solene do so little and have so much fun, I think that was really what sort of spurred her on to be angry.
They were on two different shows. Like Rainbeau was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to work." No. You're supposed to have fun.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I can't support the fun side of things.
Rainbeau really came into her own at the end of the season. She was a little tightly wound, and then I think she blossomed into a beautiful Katniss. We got to get to some fan questions.
Yeah. Also some Patty questions. I promised the audience that we would get to the questions that the people really want.
Yes.
Okay. We need some Helen stories. I've heard that charter was more bonkers than actually they showed.
Yeah.
Are you able to share some bonkers details?
I can certainly hint at stuff.
Okay.
I'm excited to see you do this.
So it was nuts. I was running a service at the time, so I didn't necessarily see all of it. So watching it back was really exciting. I did go fetch the police. It was humiliating for myself and my just for my whole being.
Why? Because you're a Democrat?
To speak to the French police and tell them that we can't contain one of our insanely drunk American guests.
Is that embarrassing? They probably understand. There's a fucking hag on the boat. She's out of
just
control.
The fact that I had to I was representing for that vessel.
Yeah.
And I want nothing to do with any of my guests or my crew.
Right. Yeah.
So that was really, really bad. And then when she got to land, she was collected and taken. And it didn't end there. It went on.
Really?
And again, no comment as to what actually went on, but it certainly did not stop. And there was a reason why our primary guest had to leave.
You know what's funny is that the remaining charter guests, including Helen and her lovely husband, Richard, who
by the way, is her fiance or partner.
Yeah.
Apparently. Not the husband. We've all been getting it wrong.
Oh, just the partner?
I'm not sure it changes much, but...
Right. Lifelong partner.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So they completely...
So they're sorry. They're just not... They're not legally married.
I just heard that that's not her husband.
does she have another husband, or is he?
No, I think they're partners.
Oh, okay.
They're partners.
Great question though. Is who fucking gives a shit?
Right.
They quickly regrouped and were like, "Fuck Kelly, like we're okay with this."
Yeah,
which was shocking to me. Kelly, you weren't on the show yet. A past charter, Kelly was also with them.
Okay,
it was another drunk associate of Helen Hui.
Right.
That got wasted.
Yeah,
and made some trouble.
the tri-state area really breeds a lot of crazy. Are you freezing right now? You're right in front of the AC.
I'm great.
Okay, great.
Let us know.
Yeah, no.
Anything else that won't get you in trouble that you can share?
I don't think Stilly slipped it in.
You don't think he slipped it in?
So let's talk about him saying that.
Why brag about that?
We joked about, you're going to get in a lot of trouble if you lie about that, and that was the only thing that we joked about. So we... it was like saying that I was on Epstein's Island, even though you weren't. Like, why do you want that kind of heat?
That's it's quite
good.
Comparison.
Why do you think he did that? It was so weird.
I really don't know. I think that there was some intense gropage, and I think sometimes, silly big bollocks wants to be the biggest cool kid in town and thought that might be something to flex about.
But going to Epstein's Island is that's not cool.
Back in the day, I'm sure people were using it in the same way.
Yeah. Okay.
I
was in Palm Beach with the financier, Jeffrey Epstein.
It backfired. It just backfired. And he looked... And it's very embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
And
we love Kyle.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to come back from that.
So when he stood up, and I hope I'm not stepping on any fans, but it seems like you have I don't want to psychoanalyze too deeply. You're very, very good at your job. You're saddled with incompetence. And so I think that you have a trigger point over people blaming you for stuff that you're like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Give me a fucking break. I can't win. When Kyle stood up and said, it's your fault that I lied about banging Helen Hui.
Did anyone feel any sympathy at all? Or was that...
I did. Absolutely.
For you?
Well,
where did
I thought it was just like it was outrageous.
It was so outrageous and so meaningless that I didn't like. I figured you were going to be okay because it just makes no sense. It's like throwing a marshmallow at you. But what were you thinking after Kyle said that? Because Kyle went on to say that he was just kidding. He did not seem like he was kidding at all.
He wasn't. Personally, I thought I was being set up. I feel like I was villainized last season. I feel like they were trying to do it again this season. And
for firing people.
Yeah, that deserved to be fired.
Yeah.
Or who weren't doing their job.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I don't fucking fire people. Someone else does. Okay?
Yeah.
Everyone needs to, as much as it seems like I run this ship,
yeah.
I don't actually
You
have
do
the
make
final
recommendations, though.
So you got up and you were like,
I was just like,
this is happening again.
I was like, oh, really? What's amazing is going through all of this now. There's nothing that's going to affect me. I'm totally numb.
You are getting new superpowers every season. I feel like you're going to be like Godzilla by the 5th season.
Yeah, I was very upset.
Yeah, just a fucking bizarre. I can't even imagine. Captain Carey's like, what do I do here? Because he's lying about banging a charter guest, which is disgusting.
I feel bad for Richard because he's watching Politico with his wife and like, we did it again, honey.
Absolutely.
And then
let's get back to fan questions.
Okay. Some of these are inappropriate. You understand our listening audiences.
I do.
Wildly
feral.
They're horrible.
They're
people.
feral. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Chief Stew wants to know.
Chief Stew.
Do you agree with Rainbeau about Damo's kissing style? In other words, did you feel like you were making out with a sturgeon?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I thought it was a good kisser.
Good kiss.
But I was intoxicated every time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that really...
Can I say this about kissing? And I haven't been allowed to... Well, I'm married.
Yeah.
Making out would be two different realms of making out. One was we're making out and we might have sex because this is turning me on. And then there's the fun kissing.
Yes.
This is in the second category, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Honestly, I don't know.
It's tedium.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
I think also because I can never go further than that, so I'll take what I can get.
Well, you guys had I mean, listen, we always say that the seasons need sucking and fucking. I mean, if you guys are just working and there's no fucking anything. I mean, we had gay stuff all over the boat. We had a menage a trois of 3 women, well, a love triangle of 3 women. I mean, this season was, in terms of the horny scale, it was fantastic.
Very fun.
Yeah, through the roof.
All right, so Gabby Gabs wants to know, tell him the people on TikTok want to know about his schooling. There's a lot of discourse over if he went to a posh private school and how many years did he in English versus French? Do you understand what the fuck that question is?
Thank you, Gabby Gabs, for your question.
Oh, thanks, Gabby Gabs. So I did all of my education in French, and I moved countries every 2 years or 3 years, my dad's job, and they were all private education.
What did your father do?
The Olympic Games. Wow. So we followed them.
He's not an MI6 or anything, is he?
No. Logistics.
Logistics sounds pretty MI6-y.
I think the question or TikTok is trying to zero in on him, like possibly.
How rich is he?
Yes.
Yeah. He does fine. Okay. Okay. So how are you doing with, forgive me.
Yes.
Use pot. First time with Captain Carey?
Second.
Yeah. Okay.
He had to deal with, he's worked for 3 captains.
Okay.
He's only not worked for Captain Jason.
Okay, great. Can we go ahead and rank those 3?
Yeah, it's actually 4. It's Captain Sean as well, but he was 10 minutes.
Oh,
let's not rank
R.I.P.
Captain Sean.
I think, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, that little guy. I am part of the Luppy Ball Guild. That little short guy with the funny voice.
Okay, and so those 3, can we rank them?
No.
Great.
But I think that having Lee as my first, and him trusting me the minute
always
I
start off
walked
with the worst. Everything gets better after.
No, I think it's important to mention that like Lee for me is an OG.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened. Maybe Kate told him something, but he trusted me the minute I walked on. He knew that he could hand the reins over. And he did.
Yeah.
And the freedom of that is why I've stayed on Below Deck.
Yep.
Hasn't been the case for everyone else.
Right. And you have a great working relationship with Carrie, right?
Yes.
And Sandy mocked you for having an open wound that was infected. So I think we can rank it ourselves. Okay, next question.
A lot of people, I think you kind of answered this, are like curious why you kept Soleil on so long. Were you trying to fight what you'd been kind of cornered into, which is you're just ready to cut heads, axe people? Were you fighting that this season? Because if it was the previous season, you obviously would have probably fired her.
I can't say. I can say that this year, I tried to fire Barbie more than I could do anything in last season. I mean, I did everything I could. Yeah. I literally...
We remember the day where you guys had the day off.
I did everything I could, and it didn't work. Now, is that something that I take with me?
I love Carrie's like, you got to give her another shot.
Yeah. It is what it is. This year, sure, that lingers in my thoughts, but ultimately, I knew what if I did want to get her gone, what my protocol would be, and it would be speak to, learning from the year before, speak to Carrie, hey Carrie, this girl's nuts, not going well for us. And he'd say, okay, cool, 3 chances, 4 chances, and God knows the chances could go on forever. Yeah. But I'd be able to log them and really decide with him if she was...
Right.
And the mistakes of catching her on a baby break for a 10-minute cig...
Not fireable.
That happened once or twice, and other than that...
Fraser, can I say I loved how this last episode, Olay Soleil, was... pounding some booze, hanging out with the charter guests, taking shots.
Yeah.
Typically, that's a fireable offense.
Totally.
But did you, in this world, typically would she still get written up for that?
She would have been fired.
She would have been fired.
Typically, you don't have an end of a season.
Even when she's like carrying like the last charter guest bags to their van, like
she would have been fired the morning of. So she wouldn't. She would have been woken up and fired.
wow.
Yeah, and she wouldn't have been able to say goodbye to the guests or anything.
Interesting. I'm glad I asked that,
but
because
the pettiness of it all, for us to have even explored that, the fact that we're also doing a TV show, I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
She was so incredibly badly behaved that night. I'd only just seen it this morning with you guys.
Are you not insulted at how it seems like she's much smarter than she lets on, especially with emotional intelligence? Like she seems kind of manipulative, and tracked that we were over the trenches at this point. I can get away with murder.
She's the smartest person on that boat.
Yeah.
And she would walk away with, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And she'd look back, and then she'd just wink at me and walk away. Yeah. And I'd be like, and the thing is, and production don't like us speaking French. So I speak uniquely to Chef and to Solene in French. Mm-hmm. We're so not allowed to do it. But I would make sure that every conversation I did have with Solene was in English and in French, so there was no way for her to come out of it.
Yeah.
But then production don't show any of it. So a lot of the conversations I had with Solene, really getting in, and I'm really trying to get her to understand that she needs to pull her shit together, is in French, and it's not been used. Because I guess they don't want to pay for a translator or something.
I mean, she's on her third reality show and an OnlyFans. And she clearly had this set up.
She's just been picked up for Love Island Games.
Yeah, we saw that. She did. Okay.
Good for her.
Good for her. So can we get to another fan question?
All right, so, this is where we got... Jeremy Michael wants to know, can you comment on the fan theory that Chef Lawrence, who was the chef that lasted for 3 episodes...
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about
the Christian chef, he quit, was only brought in to be a decoy chef to give Chef Anthony his redemption.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Categorically just not the case.
Hey, how was that nutbag?
Fucking insane. We were on our way on that night out, and I was unfortunately placed next to him in the car. And that drive was 45 to an hour, and all I heard was about
the end of the world.
The end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
And he was so serious, and he was like, no, seriously, listen to me.
Listen, I'm not trying to flame or shade anybody for being spiritual or religious, but Revelations is a pretty intense thing to bring up early and often.
Yeah. But it was so doom based.
Yeah.
And I was fuck.
I can't imagine sitting next to a guy in a van heading out to a restaurant. I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to get the bolognese tonight. And it's going to be delicious.
And he's like, there's going to be a war in the skies over Israel.
But he didn't show any of that beforehand. This is the first time I'd had a conversation with him.
Oh my God.
But no, I knew when someone tells me in the first 24 hours that they've quit on a charter season, I'm like, okay.
How bad are those kitchens? Like, do 60% of the burners actually not work? So
everything's fucking working fine.
Everything works. Okay.
I mean, listen, of course there are going to be, I mean, that makes you sound assholey. I'm sure there are problems.
Yeah. It's not an ideal kitchen to work in, but people do it.
The chef's job is the hardest job on board.
Yeah.
Like categorically.
I can't even imagine.
I'd say now Chief Stew.
Everyone on TikTok now has been saying, just shove it into ChatGPT with all their requirements and they'll do a whole fucking menu for you.
Yeah.
That's all of the hard part done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really. Because the boys, they know how to cook. They can do that. They just need their right timings for it. Right. But it's actually every fucking day coming up with a new
Large language models have no spirit, though. They can't imbue the food with any human love.
Not a fan question.
Yeah.
Just you triggered this. Have you ever worked with a chef where the preferences were there were so many, what do you call those things? Where they're restrictions that you're like, we're going to have to feed these fucking people air.
Yeah. I mean, it happens every year.
Yeah.
It really does. But we figure it out. I mean, at the end of the day, usually the less someone can eat, the easier.
Yeah.
Then
Serena had to blend up everything.
What can you eat?
Right.
Yeah. That trip was insane with the mouth curl.
The jawed sewed shut. Okay, I want to talk about...
Sorry, before we move on.
Yes.
I genuinely put my neck on the line for that, which is why I'm butthurt. Because I genuinely had to pull production aside and say, can I please ask for Anthony back? And they were like, we don't bring people back who get fired. And I was like,
okay, so
please.
So you were really, really hurt because, one, you had no idea that he was mad at you.
Yak mouthing.
Was yak mouthing, but still mad at you. And so you think you're fine and then go to bat for this guy. He comes on the boat and then starts shit talking you.
Yeah. Okay. And I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
that would be.
Still thought at the time that you had gotten him fired, but it was actually Barbie.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anybody but him. No, he sucked.
I know, but Barbie told him that Fraser was the one that created the end of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's a piece of work, huh? Okay, let's talk about the interior of the boat.
Hideous.
Oh, no. The exterior of the boat. Sorry. Hideous? What did you say?
I thought you meant the decor.
Was the decor hideous? It always is. Okay. Okay. And is that, hang on, sorry, new rabbit hole. Is that because you guys, Below Deck doesn't get the best yachts? They get...
Can I help him? He might get in trouble for this.
Yeah.
These boats sometimes are made 10 years before, and the person that just chooses all the decor of whatever, like, it doesn't age well.
Let's chalk it up to yacht interior decorators are weird people.
It's a very expensive ordeal chartering a super yacht for 8 weeks. For a TV
so you got to cut corners in something.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, think about it. So these vessels go for 300, 400, maybe up to 500 for that size vessel per week.
Yeah.
500,000 times 8 weeks, really, with rigging it. It's a very expensive project.
Yeah. I don't know how Bravo ever agreed to it, but I'm so happy they did.
Right. And it's it's insane how much money they put towards this.
Yeah.
But then also all the artwork cannot be featured for rights reasons, so we have to switch it all out. But that doesn't mean that... I just mean so that the boat is, it's not my favorite.
Well, so...
I'm a snob.
All right. So exterior, you had Jess infiltrating the interior and creating a love triangle. How was that on like just the focus of the interior? And two, what are your thoughts on Jess? Because Solene is the most hedonistic, chaotic Joker character, but Jess was a little
close second.
Jess was a close
second.
Hashtag
fuck girl. I created that.
Yeah,
spread that, people.
What was it like dealing with the chaos of Jess's love?
To be very frank with you, I didn't let it affect me in the slightest.
Okay.
I really was just getting the job done, and everything that happens outside of that now it never really has been my issue.
But does it affect? Did it affect Babs and Solene? No. Okay.
Again, we're adults. I'm really not a babysitter, and people genuinely think I am these people's mother, and I have to correct everything between everyone.
Well, I mean, up to you. You're the superior.
Yeah, it's not work related.
Last season, we had a Chief Stew who had to show a Sea Rat color coordination. If that's not a mom and a child, I don't know what is.
I'm glad she caught on to that.
Yeah.
Wait, who was that?
Bree.
And
I think
it was Med. It was Kermit.
No,
it wasn't Aisha.
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyways. Jess, fuck girl.
Oh, well, yeah. But sorry, I was going to ask a really inappropriate question from a Sea Rat.
Yes.
I'm sorry, a barnacle. Yeah. Kristen Seeger wants to know, why didn't you man up and tell So that you were the one who told Hugo to tell his team not to speak to her?
Yeah, why didn't you man up? Who was that?
It's a good question.
Kristens.
Thank you, Kristens.
Thank you, Kristens. Odd name. I definitely fucked up. I trialed and errored something. It was something I hadn't done before. I was dealing with a little child, and I forgot that I was dealing with a boat of children as well. Yes. And from my department conversation with Hugo, which was, this is what I'm trying to do. Would you please try and help me do this? I know I'm struggling. Mm-hmm. We're all struggling here. Mm-hmm. Could you? Listen, might not have been the best idea, but I did that in the moment. Can't take it back. Did Damo have to tell her that I wasn't allowed to physically speak words to her?
To be fair, you didn't tell me not to,
Right.
It's so funny. It's so funny that you just did that impression of Damo, because Damo is an English person,
right?
Or is he South African?
It's Australian.
Got it.
Yeah.
But he does have that Scooby-Doo vibe.
He does a little bit. He's brilliant. He's such a character.
He's
very
so
funny.
Spicoli.
You didn't
He's
see
so
it on the
great.
show, but he's very funny.
Is there anybody that you're not speaking to currently from this cast?
No, honestly not. That peculiar chef, and then
that makes me so hopeful that we can get the gang back together, because I think that you guys genuinely did deliver such a good episode or season.
It's amazing. It's a great crew.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still a bit pissed off with my French chef. But.
Leigh Cohen wants to know: have you met Chef Anthony's ex-wife or uncle? And also, have you had sex with his wife? Great question.
It is a good question. No, I left that to his family members, and I haven't met his ex-wife.
Thank you, Leigh. Thank you for that question, Leigh. Don't ask P. Murph's question.
Mary F. Kill, Hugo, Damo, Kyle.
Great question.
Fuck, marry, kill.
I'm curious about this.
Yeah, no, I think we'd all. Oh gosh,
That's a good one.
I would probably marry Hugo.
Yeah.
He's got a business and stuff.
Taxes will be paid with Hugo.
And then I'd fuck Damo, and Kyle.
Damo. Nice.
Yeah, but Kyle, Demo didn't come for me.
And you heard it here first. Fraser would kill Kyle. Fraser. Do you still harbor resentment towards Kyle for standing up and doing that?
No,
you don't.
He's drinks too much.
Okay, that's what we chalked it up to too.
Okay, a couple last questions. Paula Murphy. Are you allowed certain areas on the boat where you can smoke?
So in theory, it is to be discussed with the captain at the beginning of the season where smoking is allowed to be taking place. Never happens. It should going forward. And that usually is going to be on the bow, which is an area that's totally unaffecting.
I was going to say you can burn the fucking thing down.
Well, on the bow, there's nothing truly flammable. Don't quote me on that. But it's away from the guests and it's out of the wind. Crew really shouldn't be smoking on charter.
And what have we've talked about this before. You guys are still fiercely loyal to the analog cigarette. Vaping, how is that?
It's not great. It looks so bad. I hate watching it back and seeing it. It's so tacky.
No, I don't. I think it's cool if the right person does it.
No, it's never cool. No,
it is cool sometimes, but exceedingly rare.
All right, L. Nicholson, probably final barnacle question. If Dylan were to cosplay as a sea rat and become a stew, how long would you put up with his bullshit before firing him? And does he get the same grace as So-So?
Thank you, Al. Thank you for that question.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that question. I think you'd last a good amount of time.
Yeah, I think I would too.
You're a pretty decent bloke.
Thank you.
Listen, you work at your own pace.
Thank you.
But I don't think you've got a bad bone.
No.
Well, I'm hoping you don't.
No, I don't have a bad bone. I'm not good with laundry, but I can figure it out.
No, I'd put you outside. There's no way you'd work in it.
Multiple question asked. They love you on the show and they want to know if you're asked back, will you continue on the show?
Yeah, I will. I'll continue if they want me back.
Okay.
And we'll just have to see when on earth that could be.
I think Andy loves you.
I don't think Andy has a say in any of it.
Oh.
Thank you again for
guys.
a really, really great season. I'm sorry that we hurt you.
We're friends now.
And
We're friends now.
I'm so.
I can't remember what I think
it's official.
About. I can't remember what I got upset. I think
we'll talk about it.
Oh, do you remember?
No. We'll figure it out though.
Okay.
Get in the comments. Let us know if you have any more questions for Fraser. We'll ask him in a couple of years. And get in the comments with other stuff. My wife says she loves you and also wants to know skin regimen. What are you doing?
Yeah,
because she said you have perfect skin.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
People need to pay
that's not for free. Join us at patreon.com/another podcast network. Donate a little or a little more. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Pat, say goodbye. Kaylin, tell him, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And Fraser, say goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.